most irretrievable scurvy retard.
No.
This is director Edward Payson. He's the director of the film Our Friend John.
My name is Edward Payson, and this is where I grew up. A small town of Derry, New Hampshire. This is where we met John, and our lives were changed forever.
You know, the thing is, I don't really remember how I met John a whole lot.
I don't even know how.
He always made the best of his situation, regardless if he was in pain or not.
You know, it was like a group that had found each other who probably never had real friendships before this.
He was just very determined to find a cure. The word wasn't out there. Not too many people knew about sickle cell.
He kept saying, you know, to us, he was going to get better and everything.
When I heard that he died, I was devastated.
I just took it so hard.
My mom came to me and told me that my brother's best friend John was writing a script before he died for a short film that he then intended to make with his friends.
We are making this film in honor of our friend John. He would be so happy that we're doing this. To be honest with you, I had no experience. Somehow I had to learn.
We're basically here to ensure that not only their film gets made, but we can tell the story of how they made the film.
Just want you to know, I just want you to know.
He would be so proud of me doing this movie for him.
This will be probably the biggest thing I've ever done in my life.
This morning I am joined in studio by two young filmmakers.
One of the things that I've learned that I didn't know before interviewing the guys was that each one of them had their own disability that they are living with.
Who cares if somebody can't read right or write right or, you know, has a speech impediment, you know? They're still awesome at something that they do.
They really feel like they're pushing on his legacy.
I feel like I'm gonna be a big, like on the red carpet, like I'm gonna be like a movie star.
Do my trials in tribulation.
And they all sent, like, you know, well wishes to all the boys for the film and, like, you know, congrats on finishing John's film and all this stuff. So we have these little video excerpts of them, you know, congratulating the boys and stuff. So
What I find, my grandson is 8 and he has a form of autism. And to see these kids and you know, it's remarkable how the most funny scene I think in that movie was the brawl scene, or taking the brawl off.
Yeah.
Your brother goes, just fucking do it.
Yeah.
Just fucking do
the
it.
The meeting beforehand.
Oh.
No one wants to. Yeah, it was brutal too. You could just feel like you could cut the tension with a knife. Even after the stuff that like didn't make it on camera, like they were all just very much affected by it for the next like hour or so. Like, oh, we're so nervous. Like, how are we gonna shoot this? Like, because essentially they're asking their teacher to basically like show her bra. Like, imagine asking your teacher.
Like boys are.
Yeah,
it's
and most of them, you know, are you know at the age mentally at the age range of like a teenager, 14 to 16.
Right.
And so just imagine asking your, you know, high school teacher, like, hey, you're going to be in our film. I'm not even asking. You're going to be in our film. Oh yeah. Can you take off your shirt? So
one of the characters in the film, that two of them, one was your brother. I mean, they're all great, but Nick, you can tell how Nick was from when we started the film, and at the end, you can see how his morale. Fuck him.
Yeah,
I fucking love that. He kept saying, "Fuck him."
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm glad it won best for a festival, and it's like I'm hearing everyone talking, and I said, "Oh man, you start thinking, how are they going to react to this? Because it's a very touching film.
Yeah.
The Arden Keyes Award, that had to shock you.
Yeah. I didn't know. I didn't expect any of those awards.
I mean, for a young man who was passionate about writing his script, I mean, I was in tears watching this film. To see, I mean, never acted, none of that stuff. But because of the passion, he goes to the hospital for 7 weeks, but he has to finish that script.
Yeah.
And I think that this film will always touch me forever because it's such a touching,
thank you,
remarkable, amazing film. Watching your documentary, I'm thinking, I guarantee you they're going to play this movie at the end of the documentary. They have to, because they're showing it being made. And watching that film, I swear to God, it looked like I was in the 80s watching a VHS tape on a VCR. I fucking love the style of how they did it. And I remember you saying in there about, get the face. Get the face. It was great, but you have to be overwhelmed by the success of this.
This is incredible. This is one of the last films in our festival run. We actually started right around this time last year. We started in New Hampshire. We've been to Texas. We've been to Florida. Next week we're in San Francisco, and then the week after we're in Virginia.
Oh my God!
But then we don't have really any more screenings set for after that, so we're kind of looking for distribution now, have a few deals and stuff, and we're trying to pack in the awards and try to get the best offer and that kind of thing.
I'm just very, very happy for you because what you've done, not only they did it for their friends, but you showed more than that. You showed that people, kids, adults with disabilities can do anything, like Nick said. I mean, I was just overwhelmed, and it's a movie that I watched that I could not forget, because it's not just someone's work, it's real life. To see what these four did, I mean, and then your brother got sick towards the end, I was thinking, oh, no. But he was, the wheelchair part with the, what do you have over top of him because it was raining?
Trash bag.
Trash bag. What did he say? Trash bag on it.
What a makeup. What did he say? Our makeup
artist put this trash bag over my head so I could keep warm. It was like 40 degrees and raining their first day of shooting.
Oh wow!
They've never shot before, and it just so happens that we did the interview, and in the interview he's like, "Well, it might suck if it's raining, or
I remember that.
Filming might be an issue, but I don't think we'll have any problems." Then boom, cut to it's raining, first day, 40 degrees.
And he said something about it's kind of hard to maneuver with a wheelchair, and he was almost stuck when you're trying to push him.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll let you go, but I don't want to hold you up, but the willpower that they wanted to get this film done, it showed it. They could have said, you know what, we need help to get him, but they work as a team to get him up that hill, or however. It's just, you tell your brother from us that I'm very proud of him to keep his spirits up, because they did a remarkable job.
Thank you.
I'm very proud of you. You got anything else to say, Edward? Do you mean anything else you're working on or anything?
Right now I have 2 feature films. One is starring Corey Feldman. It's called The Sunday Night Slaughter.
Okay.
It's an anthology horror film with demons and demigods and crazy Christians and cannibals and all this kind of stuff. And then I have one about a haunted video game called Bits, starring Dee Wallace and Bill Oberst and James Duvall and
good ones.
Lots of people, lots of horror people.
Awesome. Well, I'm very proud of you. I think that's, let alone them making the film with their own, but you just really pushed it along even more by making an actual documentary of actually showing people what it's like to make a film. There's a lot of critics. I'm in the business, so I understand what is behind the scenes of money's everything. If you ain't got the money, you got to make it work. But this documentary that you did is going to show these moronic reviewers, not all of them, that want to stand there and bash about the lighting's wrong in this corner. This is going to show them, until you do a movie yourself, shut the hell up and just watch for what they have. So I'm going to say thank you for that, because you proved my point from many, many years ago. These reviewers want to be the Howard Stern and want to trash these movies. But this is going to teach them a lesson. It's not easy. If these 4 kids can do it, I call them kids because I'm 51, but if they can do it, anything's possible.
Right.
So I want to thank you very much for being a guest here.
Thank you.
So anyways, thanks, Edward. It was great having you on.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.